This episode brought to you by Stamps.com. Why go to the store to get stamps when you can have them printed right at home for your convenience? Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember? So you don't have to. Hard to believe a little over 25 years ago, DreamWorks was officially created. There was good buzz around it as it was founded by powerhouses Spielberg, Katzenberg, and that third one, but it wasn't until 3 years later that films were finally being put out. The first was an action film with George Clooney and Nicole Kidman, the second an Oscar drama directed by Spielberg, and the third was a kids movie directed by Tim Burton with David Fincher's crayons, Gore Verbinski. How was it? Very Gore Verbinski. Mouse Hunt was a surprise hit at the box office, pulling in over $120 million internationally against a $38 million budget. It was a surprise not because a family film grabbed children's attention with a December release, that's pretty common, but because audiences didn't seem to know what to make of it. It was very ugly looking, but advertised as bright and colorful. It had a lot of slapstick, though some very uncomfortable moments too. While critics weren't that enthusiastic, audiences were a little less not enthusiastic. To this day, whenever I bring the film up, most people don't really know how to react to it. Well, that's why I'm here. To verbalize your thoughts on this movie and shame you if you in any way disagree. This is the way. So let's go back to more innocent times before a Verbinski family production meant hanging little boys in the first few minutes. Class. This is Mouse Hunt. The film opens with a profound quote. I mean, we were all thinking it, but finally somebody said it! We start off with a funeral, so again, not a huge difference to how he gets things going, as it looks like Rudolph Smuntz is the man who died. He's played by William Hickey. In fact, this is the last film he ever worked on. And boy, do they know how to pay a man proper respect.
I'm sorry!
The pallbearers who botched it up are his sons Lars, played by Lee Evans, and Ernie, played by Nathan Lane. They're given their father's string factory as well as his mansion.
It seems the previous owner was found locked in a trunk in the attic.
Jeff Dunham worked with puppets so long he eventually put himself away.
Wait, you can't go, Ernie. We have to go through all these papers.
Wow, how did your slapstick go from flinging a corpse at a funeral into a sewer to egg bouncing? That's like Evel Knievel following up jumping 10 buses with, "What's that behind your ear?" Ernie runs a fancy restaurant where he pretends to be French, and if you're wondering how Nathan Lane's French accent is, it's about as good as his German.
Suivez-moi. Oh, you brought the little one, the little bicycle kids.
But he brings his father's box of Cubans into the kitchen because every chef knows that's sanitary as fuck, and a cockroach gets loose.
Chef Ernie, how does it feel to be serving the mayor on the eve of his campaign re-election?
Wonderful! I have prepared a meal of custard pies, seltzer water, and the finest in flaming and very sharp foods. Now kindly have a seat next to my anvil collection. The mayor eats the head of the cockroach, resulting in my favorite shot in the movie. That's the look of my party's leader, so what? Thus, the mayor kicks the bucket and the restaurant closes. Lars is given an offer to sell off the factory, but a piece of string in his pocket sets off a memory.
It's been in my pocket for 60 years. Yeah, maybe it'll bring you closer together.
Yeah, Lord knows I've been in enough duos. When am I gonna star in my own movie? His father asked Lars not to sell the factory, so he turns down the offer. His wife gets pissed and decides to break up with him.
That's all you've ever had or planned.
Please, April, don't go.
I'm not going anywhere.
So you may pick up the best jokes in this movie are the insanely mean ones, and the worst jokes leave room for the Fuller House laugh track.
Yeah, I was on top once too. But there's only one way to go from there, and that's down, baby. Down.
Lars sees Ernie is working at a local diner now. Honestly, I'm surprised he got work that fast. Even Denny's would say, "We'll call you." And both of them try to figure out what to do. In a pretty damn impressive transition.
Nice resolve.
They get the idea to spend the night in the mansion.
Only one bed. I'll flip you for it.
I knew it, we're in Inception. Have fun with that, film theory. They share the same bed, but here's something creaking upstairs. I sense boom boom music.
Mothballs.
That's pretty white.
It's only a toy.
And somehow it's still scarier than any cinematic Green Goblin.
It's just a mouse.
They come across a mouse and blueprints that show the house was designed by a legendary architect named LaRue, summoning every 90s character actor.
Glass of rainwater.
Yes, Mr. Falco is the world's leading collector of LaRue.
The collector is thrown off, though, when he discovers Ernie wants to do an auction as opposed to just sell it to him.
What is this?
It's the
What
first.
is it?
It's the first
No,
I've heard of.
no. Smart.
This movie's like a tennis match between a laugh and a cringe.
It's the
What
first.
is it?
It's the first
No,
I've heard of.
no.
Like that was a laugh. That was another Fuller House laugh track. They see the mouse again later that night, and Ernie decides to axe it off.
Do we really have to kill it?
Yes. Listen to me. A single vermin can bring you down. Believe me, I know.
He's definitely talking about that. They set up a trap, but the mouse thwarts it, resulting in more slapstick.
Let me say.
Get me my Gouda.
Only Nathan Lane can make that line sound intimidating. They place it on the trap as we witness, get this, more slapstick! So here's the thing about slapstick. It's usually the funniest when either something major is on the line, or it looks really painful. Making errors fixing up a house isn't that big a stake. I mean, they still have time to repair it. And the physicality is either done off-screen, or it just doesn't look like it hurts that much. At least when you compare how many times the same shtick has been done. But something like seeing the mouse sleep in a bed and then his home is violently invaded is pretty funny. His nap is interrupted, his home is being obliterated, his life is intensely threatened. But to the brothers, it's just redecorating. So every time I get excited for a good setup like this, I roll my eyes when I see a bathtub thrown into the mix. I bet no one's gonna be riding that soon. Oh, also, you don't smile while you're screaming in terror! How dare you have fun filming this! They set up a ton more traps, but wouldn't you know it, their escape route won't open and the mouse doesn't set off any of them. At least not while he's down there. Oh no, they're heading towards us! Let's roll into them! They try using a vacuum to get him, but accidentally get the sewage line instead. Poop is a physical fart. But get this, the house is being foreclosed on in 2 days. Kinda odd they didn't receive more reminders about that. What was their secretary, Jennifer Connelly? But who cares? Mouse! That clearly takes #1 priority. So they go to the pound and, yeah, let's get mean again. Let's get Gore Verbinski mean.
Mouse Hunt. Own it today.
This is just how people get ready to eat lunch now. They go looking for a cat, but it looks like all the pound has is kittens.
We really need a ferocious feline, preferably with a history of mental illness. I'm talking one mean pussy.
That held up great.
One mean pussy.
I can say that, I'm gay. Or, wait, does that make it worse?
Spent most of his whole life in that box, I expect.
They're introduced to Catzilla, and again, the meanest shit really is the funniest. Jesus, who created this character, Don Bluth? Despite the effects being fake, this really is a funny as hell bit. I'm so glad they released the Snyder cut of the Tom and Jerry movie. The mouse, of course, outsmarts the feline, and they finally call a creepy exterminator, played by... Oh, who else could play this part in 1997?
You got asbestos, all right. I bet it's up in the ceiling, mostly. Shouldn't take me more than a day or two to remove it.
Can't tell if he's tricking the mouse or if this is just a normal walk-in performance.
Normal people are not psychologically equipped to catch mice. You have to get inside their mind.
Fuck Deer Hunter, this is the most believable performance he's ever played! They tell the workers they have to delay their paychecks, causing them to go on strike, leaving Lars to do literally the heavy lifting. Dude, is this string making or Skynet? He gets several threads stuck in the machines while Walken continues to hunt for bears. I mean mice. It's the same character!
Defecating dining room. What's this? A slight calcium deficiency.
It's gonna sound weird, but I honestly thought Christopher Walken eating mouse shit would be a lot more entertaining. Still fucking bizarre, but not that entertaining.
This is it, man. This is the single I was talking about, man. This is gonna be the biggest hit ever. Here, just take a listen and tell me you don't want to dance.
For all our sakes, we need to avoid crowds any way we can right now. But what if you need to go to the post office? What if you need postage to send out letters and packages? Don't worry, Stamps.com is here to help. With Stamps.com, you can print postage on demand and skip those lines and crowds at the post office. Plus, you can actually save some money with discounts that you can't even get at the post office. As if that wasn't enough, Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discounts up to 62% and no UPS residential surcharges. Stamps.com brings all of the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer in the safety and comfort of your own home, office, or anywhere else you're hunkering down right now. Whether you're a small business sending invoices, an online seller shipping out products, or you're just working from home and need to mail stuff, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, just leave it for your mail carrier, schedule a free package pickup, or drop it in a mailbox. No human contact required. It's that simple. And like I said, with Stamps.com, you get discounts too. 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 62% off shipping rates.
Oh, here it is!
Stamps.com is a no-brainer, especially now, saving you time and money and keeping you safe in these crazy times. And right now, my viewers can get a special offer that includes a 4-week free trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Nostalgia. That's Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Nostalgia for your special offer today. Stay safe, my friends.
Woo! Yeah! Isn't that amazing?
Oh wait, it's the wrong CD. Like our videos? Subscribe to be notified about them. Want to actually be notified about them? Click on that bell as well. Also, don't forget to check us out on Twitch. Playing some games, telling some jokes, and overall having a good time. Hope to see you there. Discovers there was an offer made on the factory, so he calls them up and says he's now interested, saying he'll meet them at a public location. Ladies, have you got your gaydars crossed? He loses his hat and chases it, getting hit by a car. While back at the office, Lars's wife finds out about him inheriting the valuable house.
You look like you could use some warming up.
I thought I could die without seeing William Hickey's cum face. Thank God Mousehunt was there to provide me that opportunity. Back at the mansion, the mouse hooks Walken's cord to the van, causing him to get dragged all throughout the house. A classic routine. Why isn't this funny? Isn't it kind of impossible to see Walken drag through wooden boards and not get a laugh? The only thing I can figure is in a cartoon you can make the character go the speed you need to make the impact of that stuff break up. Once again, making it seem more painful. Here, he's going the speed of a backstroke. It just doesn't feel authentic. The only chuckle I got is seeing that Walken's face is surprisingly weirder looking upside down than it is right side up. I don't know why, I thought I looked more normal flipped. Ernie finds out Lars's wife gave them the money needed to keep the house as well as her clothes because... I don't know, we gotta hit every screwball comedy cliche. Time for Walken's what the fuck line of the movie.
What's that? Horse? Finish I won't eat it!
I'm going to repeat that because you deserve to know if he said what you think he said.
What's that? Horse! Finish! I won't eat it!
All I can say is Catch Me If You Can would be a very different movie if that was the opening speech.
What's that? Horse! Finish! I won't eat it!
How is that not a bumper sticker? Everybody would get it! But wait, it gets funnier. Walken's recorder is left when they found him, of course, locked in a trunk in the attic.
What is that? That tickles.
I'm already wishing this was the origin story to the Headless Horseman. They once again find the mouse and chase after him, but he releases the gas and, of course, Lars needs to light a match. Okay, shit! You made the tub work! I am so sorry, I was looking at your 4-year plan and not your 8-year plan. In a scene so funny, I actually found myself crying from laughter. The two of them explain what happened, but only through whimpering grunts. They are so traumatized they can't even form words. This is one of those movies that's actually more painful when it's funny. Because when it's funny, it's so funny. And when it's not, it's kindergarten lame. Gollum went back and forth less than this movie. Well, I already know the ending. The house is bought by Rob McAllister, and Kevin uses it later basically to recreate the exact same scenarios. It's the prequel to the prequel everybody wanted. The people who made the offer before call, and Lars realizes Ernie was going to sell the factory.
You think I didn't have other things I wanted to do with my life? You think I didn't have ambitions of my own?
I wanted to be an architect!
Give it to me then, go ahead! No!
Okay, I did not see that coming. Kid's picture, right? Christ, you should have made this the poster. It'd sell less tickets, but it'd be more honest.
I can't just hit him with the shovel.
Why not?
He's Hitler with a tail.
I know, it was a song in the producers and Nutcracker 3D. They find they can't finish him off, so they decide to mail him to Fidel Castro. 'Cause why the hell not? They get the place paid off, even manage to clean it up. Yeah, okay. And the auction finally begins.
Hello, ladies. How magnificent.
What the hell? Did Cinderella's fairy godmother get drunk again?
Hakuna Matata.
There went all the laughs from before. Sorry, that one joke canceled them all out. But it looks like the mouse was mailed back. I mean, is that surprising? Did Castro have a mouse fetish? I never got this. And he, of course, crashes the auction.
No matter what happens, keep going.
That was the first thing they said on set every day. Hey, DreamWorks, doing your first kids movie? Be sure to put this in. It'll age great.
Advance and $2 million.
Huh. Nobody cares or notices. Must be a Hollywood party.
May I hear $4 million?
Yeah.
$4 million.
That's exactly the face Nathan Lane would make in this scenario. Up, he's on the rebound.
$6 million. The bidding stands at $6 million.
A cigarette lights a lady's hair on fire. They try flooding the mouse out of the hole, filling the room with water in a matter of seconds, causing the house to collapse, because physics. But a heavenly light drops their father's string on them. Oh no, movie, please don't do this. You were so beautifully mean-spirited. And they drive to the factory, which suddenly starts operating.
It's cheese.
So they transform the string factory into a cheese factory, because that's naturally where the story should go.
I really want to talk to you about is expansion and marketing. You should be our spokesperson. I know some people who used a mouse as a spokesperson, and it seemed to work out pretty well.
We'll be stealing their ideas for a few years, in fact. It's almost like one of our big players worked for them. Yeah, that picture's haunted. That was Mouse Hunt. I can see why a lot of people didn't know what to make of it. It's tough. On the one hand, there's a lot of things I really do enjoy about it. I like the darker look, I enjoy when it's mean-spirited, there are some really good laughs, and yeah, I have a soft spot for those old school slapstick comedies like Three Stooges, What's Up Doc, and Laurel and Hardy. Hell, the main characters are called Lars and Ernie. Clearly this is a send-up to that type of comedy. On the other hand though, when it doesn't work, it feels really dated and too kid-friendly. There's so many times where it feels like it's trying too hard, going too big, too silly. Cause, you know, that's what they did in Laurel and Hardy movies. But when it's not trying too hard, it hits just the right notes. I guess that's a better problem to have, somebody trying too hard as opposed to not hard enough. I think when that happens, the film is more likely to leave a bigger impact. So I guess it depends on your mood. If you're in a forgiving nature, you'll find some really solid laughs and clever scenes. But if you're looking for something more cynical and modern, this isn't the flick to check out. I guess I'm glad I saw it. I mean, I feel like this was written as a run-of-the-mill children's flick, but Gore Verbinski's direction helped give it a darker, but also timeless look that elevated it a bit. And that's almost the problem. It could have been elevated even more. I suppose you could see this movie as a mess, but there's an old-fashioned feel to it I can't help but admire. It's not a good movie, but it has good moments. And if that's enough for you, it's definitely worth taking a look. I'm a Nostalgia Critic guy, remember it, so you don't have to.
What's that? Horse finish. I won't eat it.
Buster, I really don't want to do this review with you in my lap. I say mouse a lot. Okay, this is happening whether I wanted to or not. Just keep your tail down. Tail down. Okay. So if you hear purring anywhere in this review, that's why. Hey, Doug Walker here, doing the charity shout out. Once again, we're doing one that ties into helping out with COVID-19, and this week we are doing Water Mission. This is a charity that specializes in getting water to places that, don't have much water and obviously need water. And what they're doing with COVID-19 is they're making sure that it gets to first responders and people in healthcare and treating those with COVID-19 in areas, again, where they don't have much water. To go in more detail here, I'll just read this here. Water Mission offers free resources that provide global requirements and recommendations for hand washing stations amid today's health crisis. Throughout Indonesia, they have installed hand washing stations at high traffic areas, water collection points, schools, hospitals and clinics, markets and government buildings, including a community center that has a specific need for wheelchair accessible hand washing facilities. So again, they go above and beyond here. With your support, they can keep empowering medical and public health professionals in some of the most under-resourced communities in the world. Before, during, and after a health crisis like COVID-19, safe water, sanitation, and hygiene interventions remain as vital resources. So even if you check this out and you're like, dude, I want to give to that, I want to help out, even when everything gets better, still look them up, because even after something like this, they still go to areas that need water and they provide it. But obviously now it's needed greatly for those not only who don't have water, but those who are helping others with COVID-19 and need to wash hands, need water. I mean, it's just so vital. So definitely check them out. See if you can give anything. It's a really, really good organization. It has 4 stars on Charity Navigator. Check them out. See if there's anything you can give. Thank you so much.